Ibar, just for sake of convenience, um, we say Hebrew roots. You guys know I continuously try to teach. We are not Hebrews. There's no such thing as the word Hebrew. That is a made up word. It's Ebonics. Nobody in the ancient world know anything about a Hebrew. We are the descendants of Ibar. Ibar was Shem's father, so forth, so on. But getting back to the root of our culture, our language unlocks the scriptures for us. So this is why we do what we do. Sharash Ibar. I think everyone is veterans. So for the sake of time, I will continue on. Uh, Zamaria, you got something out?
I just got a quick question. Something I thought just hit me. So would instead of Hebrew, and not saying that Israelite is right either, but would Israelite be more accurate than saying you're Hebrew?
No, it's the same thing because when you say Israelite, you don't hear the father's name. They totally took the father's name off his people. So
Con.
Israelite and Hebrew are equivalents. It's just an abomination to call us a Israelite or Hebrew because a Hebrew you don't know who I descend from. So when we say Ibar, I'm telling you who house I belong to. I belong to the house of Ibar, and then in the spiritual context, Ibar is to continue in the house of the chief or the head, and we know our chief, our head is Abba. So Ibar and Yasher Allah would be the only thing worthy to be called. But for the sake of not losing the babes and the Christians, we still got to use the terms Hebrew and Israel because if we go completely cultural, those of us who are more seasoned, if we go completely cultural, we're going to lose people. So that's why I still say Hebrew and I still say Israel, not to lose people. Great question, out the water for that. So this screen is just pointing out that the word in the brown box in that circle is the same word as the red letters. It's just that second generation, they started to make the letters more abstract and you just lose the context. So Ibar, continuing inside the house, those two words are the same, but the circle glyphs inside the brown box, if you wasn't a cultural Israelite already who grew up in the land, you would have no idea what that word in the brown box is saying. The glyph to the very front of the brown box looks like an Afro pick. That is the ha sound, and the ha for us is a prefix for the. So it's the I bar, and then the character that looks like a Z with a hash in it, that is the ya sound. And when you put the ya at the end of a word for us, it makes it a masculine word or masculine subject. So this is the phrase from Genesis when Lot's nephew was taken captive, and the scripture says that he went and told Abram the Hebrew, but he didn't tell Abram the Hebrew. He told Abram the High Abaryah, the descendants of Ibar. That's the true context of that Genesis verse. He didn't tell Abram the Hebrew. He told Abram the High Abaryah. So this is just us returning to our roots. Resume Salaki for that. Again, just showing you how the letters changed. All of you are veterans, but this is worthy to be repeated. These are Israelite scrolls referring to the Bible, and all the letters we read from. These are Israelite scrolls, and they were written by Israelites. If you don't understand the Israelites, then you won't understand these scrolls, and it's just facts. And the more I listen to these verses at the job, in the Bible app, the YouTube channels, I just hear more and more stuff that it
Shape
proves.
it up a little bit.
Was that you guys had something, or that was just all right? So the more I listen to these verses, especially the so-called New Testament, it just proves that these people have altered the letters because the way they have altered the text of the letters of the apostles, it goes against the culture. It goes against the Torah. So learning the ancient language, the original language, it helps you see how there's no way Messiah said that. There's no way Paul said it like that. So that's why we do what we do to get closer to the text. So today's word, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. We're gonna learn three different words. We're gonna learn three different words, but it's the same word. The heathens use it for inheritance. So these three words on the screen all can be used for inheritance. And the reason why we're using it is because today we're going to go over the promises to us Yasharallah, the children of Jacob. And the Most High repeatedly says that we are his inheritance. So I thought it would be just befitting to learn the Hebrew word for inheritance. So those, if you have some scrap paper or you want to do it in your head, take the time. These three words are all the same. So take the time to process these and let's see what we come up with. My ox said I observe the vine like botany. Sheesh. All right, Mashapak. Anybody want to throw out what they got for the top glyph, top three glyphs, or the top word?
I got Nachala.
Nachala, Nachala. Anybody get something different? Awesome job. That's what I got, Nachala, as well. Somebody else want to throw out the second word? Say, Queen?
Nakala.
Nakala. So the second word is Nachal or Nakala. Again, we don't know when to drop the last ah off the sound, so you do the best you can. Again, if you're actually saying a full sentence and you can't fit in Nachala before you say the other word, then just cut that last I off. So it's Nachala or Nachal and Nakal or Nakala. We don't know yet. We won't know until we hear the ancients. So the first two is Nachal and Nakal or Nakala and Nachala. Both of these words mean the same thing, inheritance. Same thing, inheritance. Anybody for that last one? The last word.
I said Yarash.
Yorash. Yorash. Awesome job. Anybody get something different? Khan. So for those of you all learning, this language is so simple. These glyphs come with a short A sound attached to them. So we know that first word at the top in what's that? Blue? What's that color? What color is that? Fuchsia.
Fuchsia.
Fuchsia. So the top word in fuchsia, that first character that looks like a snake, that is the na sound, or the English N. You can see the English got their N from our na sound. That second glyph looks like a two H's together. That is our cha sound, and it's just cha. And then the last glyph looks like a cane. It is a staff, and that's our la sound. That's where the pagans got their L from. So that first word is nachal or nachala, and in today's context it means inheritance. It means inheritance. That second word and that's outlined in is purple and red. Again, you see the seed of a man. That's the na for us. Then that second glyph is the palm of a hand, and it gives us our ka sound. And then you see the staff again. It gives us our la sound. The reason why I did three different words because when you check the lexicons, they use the cha, but because they don't know the language, they pronounce the cha with a ka sound. And we said for our small community, we came together. We was like, it really doesn't make sense that our ancestors have two different glyphs making the same sound. So that palm of the hand makes the ka sound. So I put both words in there because when you process these words, we both can make the top in the top word in fuchsia and the word in purple outline in red. Whether we use the tent wall or the palm of the hand, we can make both of these words fit for inheritance. And then the third word, I threw that one in there because your Rosh is less frequently used for inheritance, but it's still sometimes inside the text. The elders use your Rosh for inheritance. So all three of these words can fit the pagan word inheritance. Now, anybody who's more seasoned want to break down, process how this can be inheritance, you could choose anyone you want. Choose anyone you want.
The seed that leads us to protection.
Khan, that's great. So my rib said the first one, the seed leads us to protection. Because your inheritance is your protection on this earth from poverty. So the way she processed that, that's a Shemitic way to process. The seed is being protected by their shepherd or their leader. How'd you say it again?
The seed that leads to protection or to us to protection.
Khan, the seed that leads, because the seed starts with our father, and that's the Most High for Israel, or for Yasharallah, and leads to protection. So that's a very, very Shemitic way to process Nachala. Great job. That was a great job. Anybody else has a different way they process the first one, the child?
I was just gonna say establish protection from the shepherd.
Khan, that's a great way. Establish again. These three words mean inheritance in the pagan's language, and to establish protection of the shepherd, that's what your inheritance does. It establishes your protection. Again, protection from what? Protection from poverty. You're supposed to inherit a house. You're supposed to inherit a car. That's what inheritance means. It's your protection from your shepherd, from your leader, and your leader naturally is your father, but spiritually our leader is Yahweh. Yahweh. Awesome job.
I
Awesome
was
job.
gonna say too that child can be eternity.
Calm, calm. Cha could be eternity because a wall. Sometimes when we build structures, the tent wall can be lengthy or long, or the animal skin we're using to make that tent wall is being stretched, and that could represent being eternal, being stretched out forever. This is us being restored to our Shemitic minds. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. The second one with somebody got something out.
I was gonna say, sorry about that. I know you was going to the second one, but I was just gonna ask because I was thinking about we're talking about our inheritance and all that other stuff. Couldn't we? Because I was looking at the matter of fact, I'm gonna let you do the second one because I was thinking about the second one. So I'm gonna let you do yours first.
So no, I was going to ask anybody how somebody processed the second one.
Oh,
Same thing, meaning inheritance.
okay, cool. So I was looking at the hand and the hand being attached to the arm, and I was thinking about how the Most High there's a lot of messianic prophecies connected to Yahweh when it comes to the Most High talking about him being his arm. So I was like, it in a certain way, isn't Yahweh like also our inheritance because there's no way to the Father but through him.
Khan, and like you saying, the text, what Zamaria is bringing out, the text always allude to Messiah, Hamashiach, being the right hand of the Most High. So that hand, he's looking at that, processing that, that could be represent Messiah, who's leading us back to our inheritance. That's a great way to process that. Great way to process that. Anybody else for the second one? All right. How about for the third one, your Raj? How would a Shemitic person process this as inheritance?
Khan, I wanted to go back to the second word.
Oh, go ahead, sis.
So Nachal, one of the things that I was looking at was the seed being in the hand of the shepherd. And I only say that because I know in Proverbs 13 and 22, obviously the KJV talks about how, a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children. But the Septuagint actually says a good man shall inherit children's children. And so in my mind, it makes me think about the seed being in the hand of the shepherd. That is technically, I guess, your inheritance. Your children are your inheritance. So that's the way I was processing that.
Khan, that's an awesome way to process that. That is awesome. I love it. This is us being restored. The Most High is keeping His word to His set apart people, restoring us to our original language. This is powerful beyond measure. Anybody else? Anybody else? All right. How about your Rosh? How about your Rosh? How would a Shemitic person process this for inheritance? Remember, this is being tied to us, the children of Israel, Yashar Allah, being called the Most High inheritance. Being called the Most High inheritance. All right. So I process this a lot like all of you. Nachala, the seed being covered by the shepherd. I think my wife and Shamaria pretty much said that in different ways. The seed is being covered by the shepherd. And then Nakala or Nakal, the seed receives from the shepherd. The seed receives from the shepherd. And then Yorash, I forgot to put in the Yah. So the Yorash, for those who don't know, the arm of the man makes the Yah sound. And Yah is a shortened form of the Most High's name. And with the arm of the man, with our arms, we create things. So the arm can have the Hebraic context of creator. So the way I process Yorash is Yahweh or Yah is being joined to man, or Yah and man is being joined together. Yah, the arm of a man, is for Yah. The head of a man is for us, Yashar Allah, and we're being joined. That's the way I process that. Anybody see something different or want to add to it? And all these three words, again, the pagans use it as an inheritance. Nachal, Nachal, and Yorash all means inheritance. All means inheritance. And today we're going to go over the promises left to us, the physical descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And the scriptures multiple times say we are the inheritance of the Most High. So,
Salakia,
go ahead, guy. You got it out.
when I see that, I was thinking, especially off of what you just said, isn't Israel is the Most High's firstborn?
Khan. Yes, sir.
And so when I see that, then I see the head, of course, when we know that the Most High is the head and we're joined to him. But being joined to him, he said that we would be the head and not the tail. So I just thought about that scripture. So I guess that's a precept. Would that be a precept that would make sense of that word?
Indeed, that's definitely a proof text to go with us being the firstborn. Absolutely, absolutely. This thing, I love it because it's not hard. This is not hard. Once you put the work in to learn what these glyphs mean, it just pops off the page. It comes to your spirit right away. This is the Most High's work. All praise to the great I am. Did you finish your thought, Op?
Yes, sir.
Narai, you got your hand up, Op?
Khan. Um, Kaya Dala Yahweh Shami Al Shafi is good and his mercy endures forever. Can I be heard clear out?
Yes, sir.
Really quick, I just had two quick things. I was looking for a precept as I was coming off of my lunch break. I can't remember exactly where it is, but it said somewhere, I think it might be in the Apocrypha, that children are like arrows, and it was saying, "Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them."
That's in Psalms. Uh,
Okay,
it's
okay.
in Psalms somewhere. Happy is the man
So
whose quiver is full of arrows. Uh,
yeah,
it's one of the. So I can't think of it offhand. It's in Psalms somewhere.
okay. So looking at all three of these words um, makes me think of that precept as far as inheritance. But my second thing, as far as Yerash, I don't. I was waiting to see if anybody was going to say it, but that word Yerash, is that the same word that's in Yerushalayim?
Yeah, I was waiting for somebody to notice.
Yeah. So our capital city, for those who might not know, is Jerusalem or Yerushalayim. So the Most High is saying our capital city is where we will inherit peace. We will inherit peace. But I'll yield with that. All praises.
Somebody hit that A flat. Do. He got it. He got it. He got it. All praises. So, for those who don't know, Jerusalem is a pagan translation. The true name of the city is Yerushalayim. Yerushalayim. That's our holy city. That's the city of David. And the root of Yerushalayim is Yerash. And like Ak is saying, that's our inheritance. Yerushalayim or Jerusalem belongs to us. The scriptures bear witness, and we're going to read it today. All praise. I knew I could count on the ride, that eagle eye, that eye he got, to see that. Anyone else? Any last comments before we move on? Awesome job, Masha Pop. Awesome, awesome. Most High is with us. So the Hebraic context of the pagan word inheritance means that man is joined to Abba Yah or receives from Abba Yah. Man is joined to Abba Yah or he receives from Abba Yah. And what we're going to go over today is the promises to Yasharallah, and you can see that there's a separation. Christian dogma want to put the whole world together, being blessed by Yah, being appointed by Yah. It's just the text doesn't agree with that dogma. The text doesn't agree with that dogma. So that's today's word. Nachala, Nachal, or Yerash all can satisfy the pagan word inheritance. And we're going to show you today that we are the Most High's inheritance. All praise to the great I am for giving us eyes to see.